Hi, everybody. This is Jack Drees with the game of the week, the annual clash of Notre Dame's Fighting Irish and the Trojans of Southern California. The men of Troy have nailed down a coveted Rose Bowl bid, smashing 9 straight foes, and the Midwest now gets a look at them in their only appearance east of the Rockies. The 58,000 seats in Notre Dame Stadium were sold weeks ago, and it's a highly partisan crowd that greets the Irish as they come on the field. All-American halfback John Latner goes both ways for Coach Frank Leahy. Dave Shannon is 200 pounds of jarring linebacker. Joe Heap is a dangerous runner from his left halfback slot. Coach Jess Hill's Trojans, a bruising, bone-crushing defensive crew, Pacific Coast Conference champions. Al Carmichael is an elusive halfback and punt returner. Des Cook, with a 44-yard average, is the nation's leading punter. And Elmer Wilhoit, a true All-American, is a 60-minute guard. The full fury of winter's biting, sub-breezing blast fails to cool enthusiasm here today. The Kingbuster, Notre Dame, has humiliated 3 conference champions this season, Texas, Oklahoma, and Purdue. Today they seek another, Southern California's Trojans, monarchs of all the West. Bob Van Dorn and Lou Welsh are co-captains for the Trojans. Jack Alessandrini wins the toss for Notre Dame and elects to receive. And now, before the kickoff, here's some information about an important rule of football.
What happened on that play? Those who know football know this signal means clipping. When a player is clipped from behind, he is unable to defend himself properly and may be seriously injured. The penalty for clipping is 15 yards, and the penalty for using a poor gasoline is poor performance. But those who know gasoline know that Phillips 66 gasoline is a combination of smooth-working elements. In fact, it gives you special high-test fractions, each with a job to do. One gives you easy starting. Another, fast engine warm-up. Another of these high-test Phillips 66 elements gives you rapid acceleration. And still another gives you full power on the straightaway. These high-test elements provide extra miles of driving enjoyment in every gallon of Phillips 66 gasoline. Stop in for a tankful tomorrow, where you see this orange and black 66 shield.
Now the teams huddle on the sidelines in front of their respective benches, ready for the kickoff that'll start this great final classic of the Notre Dame and Southern California football season. Southern California kicking off. Des Cook does the booting, rides one down deep into Notre Dame territory. Joe Heap going for that football, scrambles it. It goes out of bounds on the 5-yard line. First and 10 for Notre Dame on their own 5. Handoff goes to the fullback, Neil Warden. He punches through the middle for a 6-yard gain. That makes it 2nd down and 4 yards to go. Notre Dame has the ball on their own 11-yard line. This time it's Johnny Latner. Punching into the line, he twists his way for a 4-yard gain and a first down. 1st and 10 for the Irish on their own 15. And off to Neil Warden, the fullback. He skidded on the slippery turf, but got back on his feet in time to go through for a 4-yard gain. And it's 2nd down and 6. Notre Dame has the ball on their own 19. Pitch out goes back to Joe Heap. Wide to the right, and he is in there for a gain of 6 yards on the play. And a 3rd down pass fell incomplete. And now it's 4th down, just short of a first down, and Notre Dame goes in punt formation on their own 25. Latner kicking. Jim Sears waits for it, takes it on the 40, and brings the ball back 16 yards to the Notre Dame 44-yard line. Southern California now takes over the ball, 1st and 10. On the Notre Dame 44, there is no score in the game. Single wing by Southern Cal, the ball to the fullback, Leon Sellers, and he cracks right guard, is held to a 2-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 8. Trojans now on the Notre Dame 42-yard line. Ball to the fullback, Leon Sellers. The blocking back was in motion on the play. It was a gain of 10 yards, but the penalty nullified it. And then another running play lost 2 yards. So it's now Southern California's ball, third down, 16 yards to go on the Notre Dame 49-yard line. Jim Sears with the ball now as they take to the air. Pegs one complete to right end Tom Nikoloff. Good for a gain of 8 yards. Fourth down, 8 yards to go. The Trojans have the ball on the Notre Dame 41-yard line, and they're in punt formation with Jim Sears back. Sears' kick is going deep. And it bounds into the end zone for the touchback. But neither team could generate a drive. And after an exchange of punts, we pick up Notre Dame with the ball first and 10 on the Trojan 46-yard line. Johnny Latner taking the handoff, punching through the line. 7-yard gain. Lyndon Crow brought him down, and it's second down and 3 for the Irish now on Southern Cal's 39. Neither team has been able to score. Johnny Latner takes the ball, threads his way through the line, and goes for a 6-yard gain and a first down. The penalty moved the ball back, and now it's second and 14. Notre Dame's ball on the Trojan 37. Guglielmi passing. Complete to Don Penza, the left end. A 9-yard gain on the play. But another pass attempt was no good. And now Notre Dame has the ball fourth down, 5 yards to go on the Trojans' 28-yard line. Johnny Latner trying for a first down, can't make it. Bob Hooks and Frank Pavich were there to stop him, and USC takes over on downs. Trojans now first and 10 on their own 27. Score at 0-0. Fullback Leon Sellers cracking through the middle, gets 4 yards. Dick Szymanski making the tackle, and it's second and 6 for Southern Cal on their own 31. Sellers again, straight ahead over right guard. He twists through for a gain of 4 yards as the quarter comes to an end. The end of the first quarter of play. It's USC nothing, Notre Dame nothing. And now we start the second quarter. Southern Cal's ball, 3rd and 2 on their own 35-yard line. Ball to the fullback, Leon Sellers. This time there's a little opening in the line, and he punches his way through, stumbling, falling, going for 15 yards. Johnny Latner brought him down. It's a first down for the Trojans. First and 10 now on the 50-yard line. This time the ball comes to the tailback, Jim Sears. Trying the middle of the line, he runs into plenty of trouble. Goes for a 3-yard gain, and then Southern Cal stalled, and Notre Dame took over. But a penalty pushed them back, and as we pick them up, it's fourth down for Notre Dame, 17 yards to go on their own 33. Johnny Latner is back to punt for the Irish. Latner rides that ball high in the air. Jim Sears is moving under the ball. Takes it on the bounce on the 30, flips a lateral intended for his running mate in the backfield, and it went wide of its mark, and Menno Mavridis recovers for Notre Dame. The Irish get the ball, then picked up 2 yards on a running play, and now they have it second and 8 on Southern Cal's 17-yard line. Guglielmi on a quarterback keep, swings wide around to the right. 5-yard gain on the play. Then a line plunge, picked up the first down. It's now Notre Dame's ball, first down, goal to go on the 9-yard line. And using the much-discussed shift, Notre Dame pulls USC offside. And that makes it first and goal to go for the Irish on the Southern California 4-yard line. Johnny Latner trying the right side of the line. Marv Gould making the stop. He's short of the goal line. A 2-yard gain on the play. Second and goal to go. And the ball on the Trojan 2. Fullback Neil Warden tries the right side of the line, and he is stopped. He goes to the 1-foot line. It's third and goal to go. 1 foot away from that end zone. Very tight T formation. Latner trying to punch his way over, and he can't make it. Fourth down, goal to go. The ball 1 foot away from the goal line. Johnny Lattner is in there. Notre Dame has a touchdown. The conversion attempt was blocked. And the score was Notre Dame 6, Southern Cal nothing. And following the kickoff, the Trojans have the ball as Jim Sears flips a screen pass complete to George Bozanic. It's good for a 6-yard gain. Johnny Lattner making the tackle. A penalty against the Irish then moved the ball down to the Notre Dame 45-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for Southern California. Rudy Bukic in now at left half. Swings out wide to the right looking for a target. Can't find one and is thrown for a loss as he tries to run. Bob O'Neill was in there to make the stop at 2nd and 15. The ball is on the 50-yard line. Trojans in possession. Notre Dame leading 6-0. Rudy Bukic taking the snap. Sliding over left tackle. He's good for a 3-yard gain. Paul Matz brought him down. 3rd down and 12 yards to go. Southern Cal on Notre Dame's 47-yard line. Rudy Bukic back to pass. It's intercepted by Paul Reynolds. Notre Dame has the ball. Notre Dame couldn't move, however. Now we find Southern Cal once again in possession after taking the punt, 1st and 10, and they work their way down to the Notre Dame 38. Quick pass complete to the fullback Leon Sellers, but he's tumbled over and lost 7 on the play. 2nd and 17, Bukic back to pass once again. This time a longer effort. Lattner's going over there and steals it for Notre Dame. Lattner brings that ball back from the 21 to the 41. Then a penalty moved the Irish back, where it's now 2nd down, 20 yards to go on their own 31. Guglielmi back to pass. He's rushed and they've got him. Thrown for a loss of 11 yards. Elmer Wilhoit comes in to spill the Notre Dame passer. So it's 3rd and 31 for the Irish on their own 20-yard line. Guglielmi flips the ball back to Francis Patera. Can't find a place to pass. He's going to run with that ball. Swings around wide to the left. And he goes for 26 yards as the half ends with Notre Dame leading 6-0. Now here's a message about the importance of being super safe.
Supposing that cable should break. But of course it won't break. It's more than safe. It's super safe.
And so is Phillips 66 heavy-duty premium motor oil. It actually surpasses highest recommendations set by manufacturers for all makes of cars. It's not just a safe enough oil, it's super safe. And that's why Phillips Petroleum Company can make this guarantee.
Try a crankcase full of Phillips 66 heavy-duty premium motor oil for 10 days or up to 1,000 miles. Then, if you aren't satisfied on every count, go to any Phillips 66 dealer and he will refill your car's crankcase with any other available oil you want at Phillips' expense. This certificate is your guarantee of satisfaction. Get Phillips 66 heavy-duty premium motor oil. Remember, it's guaranteed to satisfy you.
It's been a cold, fiercely fought first half, and now at intermission we pause to pay tribute this week to Notre Dame. Towering majestically over the University of Notre Dame campus is the golden dome of the administration building. The Holy Cross Fathers have one basic directive for the conduct of the university: to teach students how to live, as well as how to make a living. The story of Notre Dame began on November 26, 1842, when the Reverend Edward J. Sorin started the tremendous work of building a great new Catholic university. Today, the student body numbers 5,000, and Notre Dame's 1,700-acre campus has 50 buildings. Notre Dame's picturesque campus has many beautiful structures. Most popular is the Sacred Heart Church. Construction on it was begun in the spring of 1870, and the cornerstone was blessed in the following year. In 1893, the steeple was completed. The brilliant stained glass windows were designed by the Carmelite nuns of France. Notre Dame's history records great achievements in education and sports. This is the memorial to the great Newdrotney. To the University of Notre Dame today goes our weekly tribute. And now back to the second half of this exciting football game with Notre Dame out in front over Southern California 6-0. Notre Dame kicking off. Menel Mavrides sending that ball downfield. Al Carmichael took it on the 5, slipped and fell, so there was no return. A penalty on the next play moved the ball back. And now it's Southern California's ball, 2nd down and 14 on their own 1-yard line. Now let's watch this on our slow motion camera. Des Cook takes the ball, plunges into the middle of the line and fights his way for a gain of 3 yards. Bob Reddy making the tackle. It's 3rd down, 11 yards to go. The Trojans have the ball on their own 4. Des Cook again with that ball. Trying to hurdle the line of scrimmage. He's held to a 3-yard gain as Jack Whalen brought him down. Another play brought the ball out to the 11, where it's 4th down and 4 yards to go. Des Cook back in punt formation, standing in his own end zone. Cook drives the ball upfield. Johnny Latner is waiting for it. He takes it on his own 49. And bring it back far, a run back of 5 yards to the Trojan 46, where it's 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. And off to Johnny Latner. Over right tackle he goes, knifing through for a 6-yard gain. Elmer Wilhoit bringing him down. 2nd down and 4 yards to go. Notre Dame has the ball on the Trojans' 40-yard line. They lead 6-0 over Southern California. Ralph Guglielmi, the quarterback. And off to the fullback, Neil Warden. He hits the middle of that line, piles his way through for a gain of 15 yards. Marv Gu and Lyndon Crow finally brought him down, but it's a 1st down for Notre Dame, 1st and 10 on Southern Cal's 25-yard line. Joe Heap takes the ball this time, knifes through left tackle. 5-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 5 now on the Trojan 20-yard line. Guglielmi pitches out to Joe Heap. Wide to the right, goes around and gets through for a gain of 5 yards and a 1st down for Notre Dame. A penalty moved the ball back to the 18, where it's 2nd down and 12 now for the Irish. Guglielmi taking the pitch out, then decides to throw it. Gives it to Johnny Latner. He goes around left end for an 8-yard gain. Bill Riddle made the stop, and it's 3rd down and 4. Notre Dame now has the ball on Southern Cal's 10-yard line. Pitch out back to Joe Heap. He fades to pass. And it's incomplete. Jim Saltis came in there to break up the pass intended for Art Hunter, and it's 4th down, 4 yards to go, and Notre Dame is going to try a field goal. They lead 6-0. Bob Eriks will make the attempt. Bob Joseph holding. The kick is good. Notre Dame takes the lead 9-0 over Southern Cal. Now Notre Dame will kick off. Mendel Mavridis doing the kicking. He drives one deep down into Southern Cal territory. Jim Sears waits for it, takes it on the 2-yard line. His blocking swings in front of him. Sears brings the ball back to the 25, a 23-yard run back. And it's 1st and 10 for Southern California on their own 25. Jim Sears with the ball. And he is rushed as he attempts to pass, is nailed for a 7-yard loss by Paul Matson, Bob O'Neill. So it's 2nd down and 17 yards to go for Southern Cal. They're on their own 18-yard line. Ball to the fullback, Leon Sellers. Power blocking in front of him as he tries it around to the left and is good for a 5-yard gain. That makes it 3rd down, 12 yards to go for the Trojans on their own 23. Notre Dame out in front, 9-0. Tailback Jim Sears with the ball now. Looking for a spot to throw. After him hard. He can't get rid of that football. He's going to have to run with it. And he's finally tripped up by Paul Reynolds after an 11-yard gain. The Trojans, however, were forced to punt. Now Notre Dame, after receiving the punt, has the ball 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. Score remains at 9-0 in favor of the Irish. Guglielmi fading back, looking for a spot to throw, and he is hit for a loss of 9 yards on the play. 2nd down and 19 now for Notre Dame on their own 21. Guglielmi with the ball, pitching out to Johnny Latner. It's going to be a forward pass. Intercepted by Southern Cal as Jim Sears grabs that ball on the 35, and he brings it back to the Notre Dame 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trojans on the Notre Dame 23. Handoff goes to the right halfback, Aramis Dandoff. Spilled for a loss of 5 yards as he tried for left end. 2 passes fell incomplete. Now it's 4th and 16. Southern Cal trying a field goal. Des Cook's kick is short. The kick is no good. The Irish moved the ball out, and we pick them up now, 1st and 10. Notre Dame has it on their own 44-yard line. Tom Carey at quarterback now, pitches out to Johnny Latner. He's wide around to the left. And he's good for a gain of 11 yards and a 1st down. Another line smash picked up, too, and it's now 2nd down and 8 for Notre Dame. And they're on Southern Cal's 43-yard line. Carey again pitches out to Johnny Latner, and again he streaks wide around to the left. 10-yard gain on the play, and it's a 1st down for Notre Dame. Another 3-yard gain continued the drive to bring us now to 2nd and 7 for the Irish. They're on the Trojan 30-yard line. Carey flips the ball back to Francis Patera. He's wide to the right. And he goes for 7 yards and a 1st down. 1st and 10 for Notre Dame, and now they've got the ball on the Trojan 23-yard line. And off to Patera. This time he cracks over right guard. He slams his way for the 14-yard gain and a 1st down as the quarter comes to an end. The end of the 3rd quarter of play. Southern California nothing, Notre Dame 9 as we enter the final period. As we pick up the play in the 4th quarter, Notre Dame has smashed its way down to the 5-yard line where they have it 2nd down and goal to go. Fullback Neil Warden bangs into the line, fumbles that ball. Southern Cal recovers. Chilled. Frank Leahy didn't like that one. But Elmer Wilhoit grabbed that ball for the Trojans, and it's 1st and 10 for Southern Cal on their own 4-yard line. Jim Sears taking it, cracking right tackle.
Vic Szymanski made the tackle. Des Cook goes back to punt formation, standing in his own end zone. The score is 9-0 in favor of Notre Dame as Southern California are forced to kick from their own end zone, and the punt was almost blocked. It was a great kick, however. It rolls up to Johnny Latner on his own 40. He stiff arms one man, gets back to the 45, to the 50. He's hit and dropped out of bounds on the 50-yard midfield stripe, maybe the 49 of Southern California by George Bozanik. Bozanik made the tackle, and he hit him awfully hard, but Johnny Latner had run that ball back 10 yards before he did. Now there's a flag on the play. The play has to come back. They say Notre Dame left the kicker. Southern California's ball on their own 23-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go. Out they come. Single wing over to the right, power to that right side of the line. The ball goes back to Sears. Sears starts to run wide around his own right end. Now he's going to pass. It's a long one way down the field, and it is good. It is good to the right end. The right end, Hayes, Jim Hayes of Southern California, and he's caught by Paul Reynolds, the safety man, way down on the 28-yard line of Notre Dame's. A long pass from Sears to Hayes, and Hayes caught it, and he was stopped right in his tracks as he caught the ball. Boy, how the complexion of a game can change with one long pass. Sears back in the number 1. The ball goes back to Sears. He starts to run, slips on that slippery ground. Now he's passing another long pass, and it is intercepted by Dan Shannon of Notre Dame, and he is caught on his own 10-yard line by Tom Nicholoff, the man for whom the pass was intended, on Southern California. Now there's going to be evidently a handkerchief, a Notre Dame penalty on the play. Captain Allison Draney, a holding penalty against Southern California, refused by Notre Dame when it intercepted the pass. It is Notre Dame's ball on their own 10-yard line, 1st down and 10 yards to go. And Notre Dame still leads 9-0 in the ball game. We're in the 4th period. Tom Carey hands off the ball to Neil Warden. Neil Warden goes into the right side of the line over his own guard and tackle. Carries up to the 15, 16-yard line before he's dropped down. Tom Carey at quarterback calling the signals, takes the ball, starts to run wide, laterals the ball to Johnny Latner. Latner's going to be caught on the 10. The original line of scrimmage for a loss of 5 yards. Lyndon Crow playing in the secondary. of Southern California's great defensive team hits him. He was not taken out and drops him on the 10-yard line. It's brought in 20 yards from the eastern sidelines and placed down where it's now 3rd down and 10 yards to go. 3rd and 10. Notre Dame's ball on their own 10-yard line. They lead 9-0 in the ball game. The upset of the week. Tom Carey taking the ball from his center. Goes back, hands the ball off to Wharton, and Wharton is hit immediately for a loss of 2 yards on the play. Back to the 8-yard line.
2 yards.
He lost it to Elmer Wilhoit and Bob Pavani. Both boys hit him at the same time.
Wilhoit was in on a tackle.
Wilhoit, Bob Pavani, Bill Riddle, the linebacker, all in on the tackle that time. Elmer Wilhoit playing in the line, as the boy I told you a few minutes ago was down in the field, took his leg, swung it around with his hands to see if he still had it. But he's still in there playing a great defensive game. Johnny Latner back in punt formation. 4th down, 12 yards to go. Notre Dame's ball in their own 8. Johnny Latner back in punt formation. Here's the pass back from center. Here's the kick. He gets away up, beauty, way upfield. And Sears is going to take it, and it's fumbled momentarily. Then Carmichael picks it up, runs it back from the 50-yard line to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and he's still going, and he's going to be hit, and he's dropped down on the 1-yard line of Notre Dame. Johnny Latner hit him. He called for a fair catch back there, according to the Notre Dame men. They are talking to the officials. Another official says clipping on the part of Southern California on the 14-yard line. The man waved his hand up in the air, and the 2 Notre Dame men failed to go after him because it seemed that he called for a fair catch. But Allison Drees is saying, boys, let it go. Don't worry about it. Don't do anything about it now. And the ball is being brought back. 15 yards for clipping from the point where the clipping took place, and that puts the ball down on the 29-yard line of Notre Dame. They're burned up now. Jim Sears getting the ball, starts to run with it, and he is caught from behind. Caught by Dan Shannon as he slips and gives Shannon the opportunity to get it on top of him. The ground is a little slippery down there, and he was caught back of the line of scrimmage on the 33-yard line. For a loss of 4 yards, 5 yards in the play. Make it 2nd down and 15. Southern California's possession, 2nd down and 14 to 15 yards to go. Sears takes the ball. He's going back to pass. There are 3 Notre Dame men on top of him. He passes over to Leon Sellers, the fullback in the flat, and Sellers is caught on the 30-yard line by Sam Palumbo in a terrific tackle and dropped down on the 30-yard line before he can get away. Make it the 29. That's where they have placed the ball down. On the Notre Dame 29-yard line, Sam Palumbo making the tackle, and it's now 3rd down and 10 yards to go. Picked up 5 yards in the play. Single wing over to the right, power to the right side of the line. Sears back in the number 1. The ball comes back. There is a penalty on the play. Sears is passing. The pass is intercepted by Notre Dame's Jack Allison-Dreeny, the linebacker in the center of the line. It was intended for Al Carmichael. Now, if that penalty that was called was against Southern California, Notre Dame will refuse it. And Notre Dame will take over the ball on their own 18-yard line, which they do. Backfield in motion against Southern Cal, refused by Notre Dame. As Allison-Dreeny intercepts. He's the captain, by the way, of the Notre Dame team, intercepts that pass and gives the ball to Notre Dame on their own 18-yard line with 10 minutes left to play, actually. 10 minutes. I said 9 before, but it's 10 minutes left to play in the 4th and final quarter of this ball game. Game of the week, and it's been a great season. This is another upset by the looks of it. Tom Carey takes the ball. He hands off to Neil Wharton, who goes into the right side of the line over his own right guard and tackle. Carries for 5 yards up to the 23-yard line before he's hit down by Jim Saldus and Bill Riddle. Bill Riddle is the left linebacker on the Southern California team, and Jim Saldus is the safety man. Tommy Murphy has come out, and Joe Bush has gone in at right tackle for Notre Dame. Tom Carey calling the signals, turns around, fumbles the ball, recovers his own fumble, I believe. We'll know in a moment. No, it's recovered by Southern California. Let's see who recovered the fumble for Southern California. Bob Pavani, they say, recovered the fumble. But the last man up off of it was Carey, and he is really beefing. Makes no difference. The official saw the play. Southern California's ball on Notre Dame's 22-yard line. Southern California back in the huddle. 9.5 minutes left to play in the fourth and final quarter. The score 9-0 in favor of Notre Dame over Southern California. Southern Cal comes out power to the right side of the line. Sears back in the number 1. Leon Sellers in the number 2. There's an offside on the play. Offside against Southern California, I believe.
Flag on the play.
Offside against Southern California, moves the ball back to the 27-yard line.
27.
Notre Dame 27, where it's now first down and 15 yards to go. First and 15. George Bozanic at the blocking back spot. The ball goes to Leon Sellers. He goes into the center of the line, and he can plow. That boy's a great fullback. He goes through the center of the line over his own left guard and tackle. Picks up 5 yards down to the 22. Ball on the 22-yard line of Notre Dame's. Second down, 10 yards to go. Paul Matz made the tackle, the right end for Notre Dame. Southern California comes out with the power to the right side of the line. Single wing over to the right. Sears back in the number 1. Leon Sellers in the number 2. Signals being called by Bozanic. They go into the crouch. Man in motion is Carmichael coming over to the left. The ball goes back to Sellers. Sellers plows right through the middle of the line, and he carries up to the 15, maybe the 14-yard line before he's dropped down. Hit by Paul Reynolds, the safety man for Notre Dame, on the 14-yard line, which is going to make it now third down and 2 yards to go. 3rd and 2. He picked up 8 yards in the play. Ball on the Notre Dame 14-yard line. Southern California's possession. Third down. About 2.5 to 2 yards to go. Power to the right side. Single wing over to the right. Signals being called by Bozanic. Jim Sears and Leon Sellers back in the number 1 and number 2. The ball goes back to Sellers again. And Sellers plows. I don't know whether he made enough. He was hit by Paul Matz, the right end for Notre Dame, who came in and caught him from behind. And also Dick Szymanski, the linebacker on that side of the line. It is fourth down and about a foot to go. Southern California, fourth down, 1 yard to go. The ball on the Notre Dame 12-yard line. The ball is taken by Sellers, and Sellers goes for the 1 yard. He's down almost to the 10-yard line, where it'll be first down, 10 yards to go. Southern California's ball on Notre Dame's 10-yard line.
For the first down. Ball is on Notre Dame 11.
It's put on the 11-yard line, where it's first down and 10 yards to go, and we have 7.5 minutes left to play in the ball game. And Sellers back in the number 1 and number 2 slots. The ball goes back to Sears. He fakes a pass. Then he starts running, falls, puts his hand down, and he gets to the 10-yard line where he is stopped. He was hit there by Paul Reynolds and also the left end, Bob O'Neill. But they put the ball on the 8. So he picked up 2 yards on the play on the 9-yard line. Now it's been placed down on the 9. It's second down, 8 yards to go. Sears and Sellers back in the number 1 and number 2 slots as usual. They have been all afternoon. The ball goes back to Sears. He's going to pass. Here's the pass. The pass is good to the 7-yard line, and he is being driven out of bounds on the 2. Ron Miller, the left end, was the boy who received the ball. Johnny Latner ran him out of bounds on the 2-yard line.
Pass to Miller.
I don't believe it's enough for a first down. We'll see in a moment. I think they have to go to about the 1-yard line. It's not enough for a first down. Wozanik's calling the signals. They go into the crouch. The ball comes back to Sellers, and Sellers is stopped. But stopped short of a touchdown, but I don't know whether he was stopped short of a first down. Jack Whalen made the tackle. I don't think they made a first down on it. They're short of a first down by just inches. Short of a first down by inches.
Fourth down 1.
Now can Notre Dame hold them on that 1.5 or 2 yard line? They go into the crouch. Ball comes back to Sellers. Sellers hits in, and he does not make a touchdown, and I don't know whether he made a first down or not. The officials dive in to take that football. He was stopped by everybody in the line. Jack Lee, Sam Palumbo, Bob O'Neill, Bob Reedy, Paul Matz, Jack Alessandrini, Dick Szymanski, and Dan Shannon, and they're going to have to measure again to see whether or not it's a first down. They did not make it. The ball goes to Notre Dame. That was fourth down, and the ball goes to Notre Dame on their 1.5 yard line as they stop Southern California's vaunted power for the 5th or 6th time in this ball game. Notre Dame playing, they're fired up. Believe me. Tom Carey calling the signals as Notre Dame comes out of the huddle. Takes the ball. It's a quarterback sneak right at the center of the line. He goes to about the 3 yard line before he's stopped by the entire line of Southern California. Everybody piled him up. But he carried the ball to the 3 yard line. A gain of about 1.5 yards. Carey goes into the crouch in back of his center. Takes the ball, turns around, hands the ball off to Neil Warden. Warden piles through to the 10-yard line before he can be stopped. Everybody hit him. Bob Pavani, Ken Thompson, Elmer Wilhoit. They all were hanging on to Neil Warden as he dragged them up to the 9-yard line. They lead 9-0 in the football game in the fourth quarter with about 5 minutes left to play. The ball is taken by Carey, hands off to Warden. Warden goes through to the 15-yard line for a first down. Neil Warden going off his own right tackle in an off-tackle smash. Finally hit by Harry Welch and dropped down on the 15 for a first down for Notre Dame. And Notre Dame are grinding it out the hard way on the ground. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to play. Notre Dame leading 9-0 in an upset of the year. They crouched down in back of the center. Tom Carey was caught. Back of the line of scrimmage, got away, then he was caught again. Back of the line still by Bill Hattig, the left end, for Southern California for a loss of 3 yards on the play. A 3-yard loss on the play. There was a handkerchief on the play, too. It's going to be against Notre Dame from the 16-yard line. They are going to be penalized 15 yards for illegal use of the hands. First down and 22 yards to go. Frank Patera playing way out in the flat to the right. Ball is carried by Warden up to the 5-yard line. Bill Hattig hit him there and stopped him on the 5.
Gained 2 yards.
He gained 2 yards in the play from the 3 to the 5. So it's now second down and 20 yards to go. Second and 20. Patera playing way out in the flat now to the left. Tom Carey calling the signals. Takes the ball, turns around, pretends to hand it off, runs with it himself, and he gets up to the 10-yard line where he's hit and dropped down by Elmer Wilhoit, lineman for Southern California, in the right side of the line. He came around and caught him from behind. We have 3.5 minutes left to play in the ball game. Tom Carey takes the ball, hands the ball off to Neil Warden. Neil Warden hits up to the 12, 13, 14-yard line before he's dropped down by George Timberlake. Timberlake hit him on the 14-yard line, where it's going to be fourth down now and 11 yards to go, and Johnny Latner will kick. The score is 9-0 in favor of Notre Dame over Southern California with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the ball game. And anything can happen with that much time left. Jim Sears and Al Carmichael are back to receive for Southern Cal. Here's the kick by Latner. He gets off a fine boot into that wind. There's a fair catch called for by Carmichael on the 49-yard line of Notre Dame. And the ball is down on Notre Dame's 49. Carmichael called for a fair catch. Ball is brought in that 20 yards from the far eastern sidelines, put down on Notre Dame's 49-yard line, where it's Southern California's ball, first down and 10 yards to go. You can see now Carmichael is playing out on the wing. George Bozanik at that blocking back spot. Rudy Bukic gets the ball. He's going to pass, and here's the pass, and it's knocked down. A beautiful pass defense play by Dan Shannon, who went up in the air and knocked it down when the pass was intended for Ron Miller, the left end, who had cut over in the backfield to the far eastern sideline and was ready to catch that ball. Dan Shannon went up, knocked the ball out of his way. It's an incomplete forward pass. Second down, 10 yards to go. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to play. Southern California comes out of the huddle. We now have Harold Hahn in at fullback. All set. He goes back to pass. Bukic is passing. The pass is complete, and it's fumbled, and it's recovered, I believe, by Notre Dame. We'll know in a moment. Recovered by Notre Dame on the Notre Dame 46-yard line. We'll see in a moment who recovered.
Bukic pass to Carmichael.
Jack Lee recovered the fumble.
Recovered for Notre Dame.
Jack Lee recovered the fumble for Notre Dame on Notre Dame's 46-yard line. He had caught that pass and then dropped it. He fumbled it as he was hit after he had caught it. Ralph Guglielmi goes in at quarterback for Notre Dame, giving us Frank Patera, Neil Warden, Johnny Latner, and Ralph Guglielmi in the backfield. Guglielmi calling the signals, crouches down in back of his center, Jimmy Schrader. The score 9-0 in favor of Notre Dame. Ball is taken by Guglielmi, hands the ball off to Warden. Warden goes plowing through off his own left tackle for about 2 yards. Bob Van Dorn got him, brought him down on the 48-yard line, going from the 46 to the 48 for a gain of 2 yards. 1 minute and 40 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this ball game, with Notre Dame leading by a score of 9-0 in the upset of the year, believe me. Ralph Guglielmi calling the signals, turns around, hands the ball off to Warden. Warden carries up to the 50-yard line, this time with the ball. There was a whistle on the play, but I think it came after the play had stopped. There was no handkerchief. Yes, there is. Handkerchief was down in the play. We'll see in just a moment. Ball is almost on the 50-yard midfield stripe now. Third down and 6 yards to go. Bob Eriks is in there at fullback. Ball is taken by Ralph Guglielmi. He tries to lateral, but he can't. He was going to lateral to Johnny Latner, and Bob Van Dorn hit him before he could get the lateral away, and he held onto the ball. It's a loss of a yard on the play. Loss of a yard and a yard and a half. Notre Dame takes timeout. 1 minute and 3 seconds left to play. Notre Dame leading by a score of 9-0 over Southern California. Sears and Carmichael back to receive. Johnny Latner back to kick for Notre Dame, standing on his own 28-yard line. He's waiting the pass from center. Here it comes. It's a good one. He gets away a kick. An end-over-end boot. It's coming up and bouncing and rolling back. Back. It is picked up by Carmichael on his own 15, and he's hit on the 20 and dropped down hard. Hit by Jack Lee. This great guard who recovered the fumble just a few moments ago, hit him and dropped him down on the 18-yard line of Southern California. And now we have less than a minute to play. 50 seconds left to play in the ball game. Southern California's ball on their own 18-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go, with Notre Dame leading by a score of 9-0. Single wing over to the right. Sears back in the number 1. Bukic back in the number 1. He's gone in there at left halfback. He's going to pass. He goes back to pass, and he's being hit. And he's dropped down back on the 6-yard line before he can get it away by Sam Palumbo. Sam Palumbo drops him down on the 6 with just 30 seconds left to play, and the clock still going around. Oh, Lloyd Fry Jr. and all those Southern California alumni who are here today are going home feeling awful sad on that special train. This was the year, they said, that Southern California was going to beat Notre Dame, and they all were down there to watch it. 15, 14 seconds, 13, 12, 10, 9 seconds left to play. Southern California comes out, single wing over to the right. The ball goes back to Bukic. He's going to pass. And here's the pass. The pass is good to Carmichael. Carmichael is being caught and dropped down on the 15-yard line as the game is over. The clock says the game is over, and Notre Dame wins by a score of 9-0 in the upset of the year. Southern California came down to Notre Dame, Indiana, touted to win over Notre Dame for the first time in several years. And as we told you before the start of this game, last year they came in here and they were favored to win too. And they went out of here after Ralph Guglielmi had gone in at quarterback, a youngster, and proceeded to pull rabbits out of the hat for Notre Dame and beat them 19-12. This year they beat them 9-0 in a great football game. One of the finest football seasons that it has ever been our privilege to watch and broadcast for you. We have seen this year 4 Notre Dame games. We have seen Notre Dame defeat 3 conference champions and now defeat the 4th one today in Southern California. And certainly the scouts who were here today for Wisconsin are going away from here with a well-mapped out line on what Southern California can do against Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl. And now this is John Harrington saying so long and returning you to the studios of the WBBM Air Theater, Wrigley Building, Chicago.